welcome to my channel. My name is Jana Kay. This is Flourish Creatively, podcast 58, I think, but it'll be in the title. Anyway, it's great to have you here. Thanks for clicking on this video, choosing to join me. I just wanted to do a short update on the projects I've been working on. And yes, I have been sitting in my living room working on projects. They're surrounding me. So I thought instead of carrying them all to my craft room, this would be the best place to go ahead and give you an update for the week. So I want to start out with the socks that I have been working on. And I don't know that I have shown my daughter's sock in a while, and wanted you to see this beautiful yarn. And yeah, for those of you that are new to my channel and haven't seen it at all, it is beautiful. It is Yarnable, my Yarnable subscription, which is Hypnotic Yarns. There's the label. And this is not Mossy Hollow. Oh, this is the colorway I'm a Sucka, like succulent plants for you. That's what it looks like. There you go. And hopefully that's close to what the actual colorway. And this is what it's working up to look like. I absolutely love it. So I'm on the heel flap. I think I'm about halfway through the heel flap. I do 32 rounds because I cast on 64. I cast on 64 for my daughter. I do 25 knit 2, purl 2 ribbing, and yeah, heel flap gusset construction. So there it is. I love the colorway. That's very, very much what it looks like. What I see on camera is what it looks like in real life. So, or by the eye. So yeah, I'm very happy with the way it is turning out. Oh yes, from the cuff to the heel flap, where I start the heel flap, is 60 rounds. So I made her a sock that way before. She liked it, so I'm sticking with it. It's just a vanilla sock pattern. All right, so that is coming along nicely. Love the colorway. I think she will like it. I let her choose, sent her a picture of all my Yarnable skeins, hanks, and let her choose. That was one, I think, of 5. So I have earmarked those 5 skeins for socks for her. I have a lot of skeins, so yeah, so plenty to do for other people, myself included. This is how far I have gotten on my mom's sock, and yes, it is Premier Fruits yarn, and it is supposed to look like a watermelon. So I am almost done. I have got 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, about 55 out of 70. Not quite 70. I think I go to 68 before I start doing the toe decreases. My mom and I have the same size foot. Her foot is skinnier than mine, so I cast on 56 stitches. For me, I do 60, but everything else is the same. Because this is only a 50-gram ball, and I only have one that's watermelon, I am doing more of a shorter sock. So I only did, I think, 15 on the cuff, the knit 2, purl 2 cuff, and only 40 for the leg instead of 60. So hopefully, because she's got a small foot, I will be able to, I'll weigh it. Oh, there goes my crochet hook that I use to pick up the gusset. Yes, the gusset stitches. But anyway, hopefully I still have quite a bit left. I may not have enough to do a granny square because I am making a blanket out of all the yarn that I use for socks, but we'll see. So hopefully I will have enough to do that. So Premier Fruits is 93% acrylic and 7% PBT. And but I thought she might think that was fun. Hopefully I will have both pair finished by Christmas or before Christmas so that I can gift them to them, even though they kind of know that I'm making socks for them. So those are the socks that I have been working on, and want to then update you on my bougie crochet wearable. As I said, I am not doing separate episodes for my bougie crochet wearables anymore. Trying to get two videos out a week is difficult now that I am working part-time. I am teaching. I was teaching an adult ESL last year, still doing that this year, but I have added 2 classes teaching children. And so because I am doing that 2 days out of the week, just to get 2 videos up and edit it, all of that takes time. So I'm incorporating bougie crochet wearables. We'll always use the hashtag bougie crochet wearables so that if that's what you're interested in, you can always search on that hashtag. So I have done a few rows. There is my stitch marker, my Coco dog from Litza at Coco's Crochet. So I have done 4 more rounds, and I measured it, and I want this to be about 13 inches. So I still have a little ways to go to get that up to 13 inches, but really love this. Let's see if I have the label. This is the yarn from the cake that I'm using, and back it up just a little bit so it's not, and it is Passion Yarns. It is a fingering weight, 85% superwash merino, 15% Donegal tweed. And I am using a 3mm tulip crochet hook for that, and the colorway is avocado. So really loving how this will turn out. I think it will have about 3 to 4 inches of positive ease, which will be nice because I can wear it over something, over a t-shirt, over a long sleeve t-shirt, even over a button down t-shirt a button down shirt for winter, fall, winter. And so, yeah, excited about that. Then I have my Mosaic blanket that I am working on. If you haven't heard about the crochet along, very, I want to say loose, maybe that's not the appropriate word, very informal crochet along, where it's hashtag Mosaic Cal 2025, where you can join me in making any Mosaic crochet project. And so I am making a blanket. I am making the Snowflurries blanket by MJ at MJ Off the Hook Designs. You can find all the information about the pattern. You can check out her Etsy and Ravelry. She's in both. You can check out her YouTube channel. It's all linked in the description box below. And until the end of October, there is a 40% discount on her Snowflurries pattern. But you don't have to do that to join me in the cowl. You can do any mosaic pattern, any mosaic project that you want to do, or I should say pattern design that you want to do, and you can connect with me. It's in the description box below, email, Instagram, or even on, I know through your mobile device, you can go to the community page and put in photos of your project. Would love to see what you're making and even highlight that on my podcast. So yeah, if you would like to join me, please do. But this is the blanket. I have finally finished the first row of the snowflake design and starting just a little bit right there. I've got one row done of the second snowflake, which will be an alternate or staggered, I should say. Staggered is a better word. So one snowflake here, the next snowflake in between those two. And so, yeah, so this next row of snowflakes begins and ends with a half of a snowflake. So, and have made it into the purple of my contrasting or pattern colorway, and very excited about that. So that's what it looks like, and you can see that I have started on the purple portion of that. So very excited, very much love the way that it is turning out. So, and it's very fun. It's very relaxing because you just do a row and then cut, fasten off, pick up the yarn, do another row, cut, fasten off. I tried to get a row done in at least a row done in a sitting, because then I don't have to worry about losing stitches, because you just fasten off at the end, and then when I come back, start the next row. I am using the chart that is in MJ's pattern and marking off each row as I go. And then I'm doing it on a PDF on my computer. So then once I get through the 2 rounds of the staggered snowflakes and I begin again, I can delete all those marks and start over. And so, or I can move them off to the side, put them back on. Not sure which way I'll do that, but because I am using the PDF on my computer, then it's easy to delete the marks and start over again. So yeah, so really love the way this is turning out. All right, and I have cast on one other project. I am part of a sweater camp that is hosted by Johnny at the Yarnist, and it's a 6-week camp, and then you are put into campfire groups where you meet up on Zoom and share how it's going, ask questions. It is very much a mix of experienced knitters and new knitters or new to sweater knitting knitters. And this sweater involves, it is the yoke construction with color work, and we're working from the bottom up, kind of like I am doing my crochet vest from the bottom up. And so I have begun, but I'm going to share the yarn that I am using. So I have ordered from Jimmy Bean's Wools. I ordered Cascade Yarns Pacific, and it is 60% acrylic, 40% super washed merino wool. So I have a difficult time with merino, but I thought with the acrylic and it being super wash that I think I should be able to wear it. I hope so, because it's really beautiful. I love the color. This colorway is, oh, I don't think it has a a name. It's color 10. Oh, that's right, 108. And it is, now I forgot the name, but I'll put it on the screen like I did the last podcast that I talked about it. And then my color is going to be this. I think it's called Silver Mist. But I will show you I'm looking in my bag. I'm not looking at you, but I will show you my swatch that I did so you can kind of see. This is not the color work design I want to do on the sweater. I just did it for my swatch, but that is what the sweater with the contrasting color work should look like. So very, very happy with that choice. In fact, my husband helped me. I had a couple of contrasting colors picked out, and he and I both agreed on this silver, I think it's like Silver Mist colorway. But anyway, very much love it and excited about it. And I am 5 rows in. Well, okay, I was about 8 rows in and noticed a row where one little section where I had purled where I was supposed to knit in my ribbing and tinked back. So tink, if you haven't heard that term before, it's knit spelled backwards. So you do stitch by stitch. I have 128 stitches cast on, and I tinked back 3 rounds to get to that mistake and fixed it. And yeah, I don't know. I did it with my daughter's socks and just not paying attention. And so anyway, but was very successful, didn't drop any stitches, and was able to tink back and then did a couple of more rounds. So now I am 5 rounds into my ribbing on the sweater. So very excited about that. And I don't feel rushed. Thankfully, it is just to get a finished project. Johnny's whole goal, his heart, is to help people knit their first sweater, be successful at it, and get the project done. And yeah, it's really cool because he has what's called a sweater calculator where you put in your gauge. So you're not trying to match somebody else's gauge swatch. So you just do your own gauge swatch. You can pick whatever needle size you want, yarn size that you want, figure out the drape that you want in your project. Put that in along with certain measurements. So your upper bust, your bust measurement, your arms measurement from your arm down to the length that you want your sweater to hit. You put all those measurements in, and then it pops out a pattern for you. So you can then use it for yourself, for others, if you're going to make a sweater for others, for children, for adults. Really, really cool. And yeah, because I did pay for the camp, I get access to that for, I think, forever or for a long time. But he also gives you a worksheet that you can do those calculations for yourself as well. So very excited about getting that done. Well, no finished projects, but that is an update on all the things that I am working on. And yeah, thank you for joining me for this yarny portion. And I wanted to add in a little bit of some other things that I have been doing, and recently, well, a couple of days ago, yesterday, I made some biscotti or rusk, but they are keto or banting or low carb, and new recipe that I tried out. I will put a picture in here so you can see it. It was the recipe is, not was, it is from a book, and I forgot the name of it. I'll put a picture up and let you see those, and maybe in the next podcast update you on how they tasted. I mean, I did try some before I actually dried them out in the oven, so they taste really nice, and I may see and tweak the recipe. I tend to do that, but I did add cranberries, almonds in there as well. And so, yeah, very excited about that new recipe. Also, if you haven't seen my Decade Divas video, I will link that here and in the description box. And please search on the hashtag DD70s Celebration 2025 and check out all the Decade Divas videos. People are making some fantastic projects inspired by the 1970s. And as always, I want to close with scripture and a short devotional thought. All right, the lighting may have changed. I hear thunder, so I think it's getting ready to storm, which will be fun. So this is the verse that I would like to share with you. It comes from Matthew chapter 4. It's verses 12 through 17, but I'm just going to read the highlights from that set of verses, not the whole entire scripture. And because it's getting dark, I'm going to have my sunglasses. Sunglasses? My reading glasses. Here we go. All right. The verses say, when he, which is Jesus, heard that John the Baptist, had been arrested, he withdrew into Galilee. He went to live in Capernaum by the sea. For those living in the shadowland of death, light has dawned. From then on, Jesus began to preach. So for me, it was just interesting that Jesus had just been fasting for 40 days. He had been tempted by the devil. And then when he comes out of the wilderness, he finds out that his distant cousin, who had just baptized him before he went into the wilderness, had been put in prison. And so the word withdrew is what really stood out for me, that he just didn't go back home to Galilee, he withdrew. Jesus was 100% human, 100% God, but yet, and because he was human, he had gone through a really hard time and then came back to find out that someone he loved had been put in prison for speaking out against King Herod and the sin that he was involved in. And so it was just, he needed time. And I think Matthew could have said, who wrote this, could have used a bunch of different words, like he returned or he went back or he left for Galilee, but he said he withdrew. And then I noticed that he moved from Nazareth to Capernaum by the sea. Now, I don't know if his house was by the sea, but he was close to the sea where he probably could go and look out and see God's creation, his Father's creation. I know he must have been wiped out, tired, and now distraught. So he went home to Galilee and lived by the sea. I think he found comfort in the familiar, being back, even though it's 100 miles different, being back home, and just the beauty of his creation. I have not seen, but I hear that the Sea of Galilee, that area around it, is beautiful. But then at the end, he didn't stay. The last part of verse 17 says that from then on, Jesus began to preach. So he didn't stay. He knew his purpose. And so after being refreshed, he began his ministry and his 3-year journey to the cross. So, just my thought on that is that it is necessary to get away, to return home, to find a place of comfort, and to be refreshed when the world, our circumstances, our trials, whatever it is, overwhelm us. But don't stay there. God has a purpose for each of us. We are, as believers, Christ followers, ambassadors of His. We are seed sowers. We are to be compassionate ministers of the gospel and shepherds of people. Moms, daughters, sisters, fathers, brothers, friends, family. We are to get out there and serve and glorify God when we do that. My pastor this Sunday made the comment that we need to live our faith genuinely out in the world. That he mentioned that he's heard politicians and other people, I don't know, sports people, things like that, saying, or teachers saying that they are a Christian, but their faith doesn't influence how they lead, how they teach, how they serve, how they vote, how they whatever it is. And he was like, what? We're called to be ambassadors. We are to live our faith. Our faith is who we are. It's our identity, faith in Christ. And so we need to do that. So it's great to have that Sabbath rest, be with the Lord. It is so important. But it's also important for me that I minister, I serve, and I lead, and continue living out the purpose that God has given me here. So I hope that has been an encouragement to you, that, that you would take time for yourself to be refreshed and to spend time with the Lord and let Him refresh you. Let sleep refresh you, whatever it is, but continue doing what God has created you to do. And thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye, y'all.